If you're a trader who isn't already making money, then this video is for you. Today, I'm going to reveal how to once and for all beat the odds of trading and make money without getting lucky using just one simple system that anyone can use. The reason that so many of my students have been able to achieve the success that they have is because of the system that I'm going to be sharing with you today. You see, the odds say that barely any of my students should succeed with trading, and yet the success rate of my students destroys the odds. And that's all thanks to this one system. Take Ralph, for example, who in the last 6 months alone has made over $50,000 verified from payouts with FTMO. And there are hundreds of others who are just like him. Now, the secret to this system can be summed up in one word: edge. You see, in 2019, the San Diego School of Management followed over 700,000 online gamblers and tracked them for 5 years. By 2023, 5 years later, only 4% of them had withdrawn more money than they originally deposited. The other 96% failed miserably. Now, you may be wondering, why are you talking about online gamblers? I'm a trader. But the truth is, there just isn't much different. You see, every trade that you take that does not have the odds stacked in your favor is no different than just trying your luck at the roulette table. And if we're going to be honest with each other here, that's what most traders are doing. They're gambling in disguise. You see, an edge can be described simply as having a repeatable system that is proven to work over hundreds of trades with years of data. Like this, for example. You see, I have 5 years of data, over 800 trades executed, all following the exact same trading plan. This is the system that Ralph uses. And that's why he was able to make over $50,000 in the past 6 months. While you're probably still wasting money on funded challenges and still can't take a payout. Now, let me stop you here and just ask you something for a second. How many strategies have you tried, let's say the past year? How many times have you watched a YouTube video and thought, this looks good? And then you've proceeded to trade it, only to go and blow a funded account or blow your own personal account. Be honest with yourself, because that cycle is the exact definition of insanity. I mean, Einstein literally said it best. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. You're probably changing strategies every month. You don't have any long-term data on your strategies, and so you're essentially just gambling. You're just repeating the same thing over and over again and hoping that something works. That's ultimately why you're watching this video right now. And the truth is, you're not alone. You're not a bad trader. There are a million other traders out there doing the exact same thing. That's why everyone thinks trading is a scam, because so few people make money, and those who do, they're just called lucky. But let me be the first to tell you that this isn't a game of luck. It's a game of skill, discipline, and strategy. Think about it this way. Casinos don't care if they lose money because someone won big tonight. They don't panic. They don't FOMO. Why? Because they know that they have an edge. A tiny percentage point in the odds makes them untouchable over the long run. And if you don't have that, you're the one who's feeding the casino. Well, the markets are the exact same thing. You see, without an edge, you can get lucky on a few trades. Well, you might even pass a challenge or catch a nice run for a period of time. But without an edge, the market will always take it back. The market always wins against gamblers. If you're serious about becoming a consistently profitable trader, then below this video, I've left a quick link for you to apply to work with me. I'll give you the exact edge that I use daily, the exact edge that Ralph uses daily. Or if you want, you can go and try to build your own edge, which is what I had to do in the beginning. But I'll be honest, when I started, I was just like you. I thought I was trading, but I wasn't. I was in fact gambling. I'd watch strategies on YouTube. I'd open a funded account, and then I tried to copy what I saw from that video. But because I hadn't actually verified those strategies, I didn't know whether they actually worked or whether I was even trading them correctly. This kept me in a constant cycle of doubt. I mean, imagine taking a trade and not knowing if that trade is a good or bad trade. And yes, there is a clear distinction. That's why I'd second guess myself mid-trade. I'd cut winners short because I didn't trust them, and I'd let losers run because I hoped that they'd just turn around. And when the market went against me, I'd spiral into revenge trading. Or if I'd miss an entry, I'd just chase the market and FOMO in. The result? Same as you. Losing months, blown accounts, constant frustration and anxiety, thinking, am I ever actually going to succeed? And every time I failed, I just jumped to the next best strategy that I could find online, over and over again. this cycle never ended until something clicked. Until I realized the problem wasn't me. The problem was that I didn't have an edge. And I'll tell you something, the truth. This is exactly where most traders quit. They give up, call trading a scam, and walk away having never made the money they could have. But a small few, the 4%, they push through. They finally seek out real help. They build a real system, and they discover what an edge truly is. That was me. I finally stopped gambling and started tracking everything. I tested every setup. I tracked all the data, every single compartmentalized process that was going on. I tracked it. I filtered out what didn't work, and slowly, over time, I built a winning system, a real edge. And once I had it, everything changed for me. Here's what that edge looks like in practice. It's not guessing. It's not this candle looks bullish or this indicator says this. It's a set of rules that are backed by 800 plus trades. It's knowing your exact entry, your exact stop loss, and your exact target before you ever risk a dollar. It's risking the right amount so that no single trade or series of trades can wipe you out. And it's repeating the same setup every day until it becomes effortless. Because the truth is, real trading is the most boring thing ever. Now, here's the best part. Once you have an edge, you also stop caring about the outcome of one trade. You stop asking, will this trade win? And you start thinking, if I take 100 of those trades, what do I make? And because you know the probabilities are stacked in your favor, that fear that you had or that doubt that you had, over time it just fades away. The reason that you sabotage your trades in the first place isn't because you don't have discipline. It's not because you weren't born to be a trader. It's because you just don't have trust. Trust in yourself or trust in your system. That's why someone like Ralph can go from lost and confused, blowing accounts and sabotaging trades, to making over $53,000 in just 6 months. Because he wasn't gambling. He was trading with an edge. And that's ultimately why my students destroy the odds. Because they stop playing the market like a casino, and instead they focus on becoming the house. So, do you want to keep spinning the wheel and hoping for luck? Or do you actually want to flip the odds in your favor? Because if you want to flip the odds in your favor and you're serious about trading, then you have to build an edge. And if you want help building that edge or get my edge for you, then click the link below and I'll show you exactly the step-by-step edge that I use, that Ralph used, and that hundreds of others of my students have used to achieve the success that they have.